outside and you want to play, what can you do for fun that day? Let's make a rhyme, my grown-up would say. Did you ever see a snowflake pushing a rake on a cold winter's day? When it's cold outside and you want to play, what can you do for fun that day? Let's make a rhyme, my grown-up would say. Did you ever see a polar bear combing his hair on a cold winter's day? Thumbs up on rhyming. Sounds in the words, they help us read, help us read, help us read. Sounds in the words, they help us read. Come listen with me. App, that is rap. App, that is rap. App, that is rap. Sounds in the words help us read. Rock, that is rock. Rock, that is rock. Rock, that is rock. Sounds in the words help us read. Red, that is red. Red, that is red. Red, that is red. Sounds in the words help us read. Rake, that is rake. Rake, that is rake. Rake, that is rake. Sounds in the words help us read. Thumbs up. Grown-ups of Learning Littles, I want to encourage you to stick around, hang out, and interact with your child as we do these activities, whether you're mom, dad, aunt, uncle, grandma, or any type of guardian. If you have a Learning Little, go ahead and hang out with them while they do this short lesson. All right, we're going to go ahead and spell some first words. My first word is rope. Let's listen to it on our chin. R-O-P. Rope. I heard the R sound at the beginning, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter R. So I'm going to go ahead and write that in my first box. Now let's go ahead and stretch it out. Rope. Did you hear the O? That's a superhero vowel unlocking its superhero power to say its own name. So let's go ahead and write the O in the middle box because the O is a superhero vowel and he is saying his own name. All right, let's listen to that last sound. Rope. That's the sound that goes with the letter P. So I'm going to put a P in the last box. Excellent work. Now, I have to add my magic E at the end because the magic E is sprinkling its magic powder and fairy dust onto the O to help the O say its own name. So there we have it. Otherwise, it would be rop, and that's a silly-nilly word. All right, get out your reading finger. R-O-P. Rope. Let's go ahead and let's try another word. My next word is ram. Let's listen to the word ram on our chin. R-A-M. Ram. I heard the R at the beginning, so I'm going to go ahead and write that in the first box. There is my R. Now stretch it out to hear that middle sound. Did you hear that in the middle? That's the sound for the short A. So I'm going to put the short A in the middle box. All right. That's the sound that goes with the letter M. So I'm going to put the M in the last box. There we go. All right, get out your reading finger. R-A-M. Blended ram. You know what else I notice about this word that's super special? Is it has a little word inside the big word. And that is the little word am. Am. Ram. Thumbs up. All right, let's go ahead and let's listen to another word. My word is rip. 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 I heard the R at the beginning, and I know that's the sound that goes with the letter R. So I'm going to put that in the first box. Very good. And we're going to stretch it out to hear that middle sound. Rip. That's the sound that goes with the short I. So I'm going to put the short I in the middle box. Rip. That's the sound that goes with the letter P. So I'm going to put the P in the last box. Excellent work. Get out our reading fingers. Rip. Blend it. Rip. Now I'm going to listen for some words that have the R at the beginning, and some of my words have the R at the end. If we hear the R at the beginning, we're going to write just the R in the first box. But if we hear that at the end, we're going to write the R in the, you guessed it, the last box. So let's go ahead and listen to our first word. The first word is jar. Oh, that's not a R at the beginning. Jar. I heard the R at the end. So I'm going to write an R in the last box. Jar at the end. All right, let's try another one. My next word is rake. Rake. I heard the R at the beginning. So that means my R has to go in the first box. That would be how I would start my word rake. Thumbs up. All right, let's try another one. My word is car. Oh, the sound at the beginning of car is not an Car. I heard that at the end. So I'm going to put that in my last box. Car at the end. Thumbs up. All right. Now we're going to work on spelling and writing first words and putting them together in a complete sentence. A sentence is a complete thought that tells us who and what. When we write our sentence, we always start over here and we go this way. All right, and you know who else I brought? Spaceman, and he's going to help us put spaces between our words. Okie dokie. My sentence is, we fed the pet. Let's clap it. We're going to clap the words inside our sentence. Here we go. We fed the pet. Let's tap it. We fed the pet. Let's count how many words we have inside our sentence. We fed the pet. There are 4 words inside my sentence. Now, I know I'm going to start over here, and I'm going to go this way. My first word in my sentence is we, and since it's the beginning of a sentence, I have to start with an uppercase letter. We always start a sentence with an uppercase. We, W-E, we. And do you see that superhero Val? When he is at the end of a short word, a one-chunk word, and there are no other letters closing him in, he is loud and he is proud saying his own name. That's the rule that goes with this E. So he's saying his own name. We. Now I'm going to put spaceman because we always put spaces between our words. We fed. Fed. I heard the F at the beginning. Stretch it out. Fed. There's the short E. Fed. I hear the d at the end. And that's the sound that goes with the letter D. We say D's have derriers. We fed. All right, we fed the THE. We know the TH, say th or th, and the E is saying its schwa sound, the. We fed the. Uh-oh, I don't have any more room to keep going on this line, but that's okay because I just go shoop down to the next line. We fed the pet. Pet. I hear a p at the beginning, and that is my letter P. Pet. That's the short E. Pet. Do you hear the t at the end? And that's the sound that goes with the letter T. All right, let's go back and read our sentence. We fed the pet. And at the end of my sentence, I always put a period because the period tells us to stop. And a period is just a little dot, just like this. All right, let's go ahead and go back and read our sentence again. We fed the pet. Now I'm going to circle all the words in my sentence. We fed the pet. There are 4 words inside our sentence. Now I'm going to do my check. I'm going to use my green cube for go to make sure that I put an uppercase at the beginning. I sure did, check. And I'm going to use my red cube for stop to make sure I put my punctuation or my stop mark at the end of my sentence. Did I use my punctuation? I sure did. I used the period. Check. Thumbs up. I've had so much fun today listening to sounds and words, listening for beginning and ending r sounds, and writing first sentences. I'll see you next time when I teach to your super learning powers, one child at a time.